Actually, I'm going to say...
Answer, please.
I'm going to say none of them aren't final answers.
That is correct.
Precocious?
They are all from Coplo.
I
Second bonus. What Latin verb with what meaning lies at the root of souffle and conflate?
should
Air, please. Is that air?
Can you repeat?
What Latin verb with what meaning lies at the root of souffle and conflate?
Oh, I should. The problem with it.
Answer, please.
Fluo meaning to flow.
Sorry, you're really close. It's flow, flare, which is to blow.
Okay. I actually.
Toss up number 2 for any player, any team. Which of the following mythological characters are not traditionally depicted with wings? Pegasus, Calliope, Iris.
B3.
Calliope?
That's correct. Iris, Calino, and the Theban Sphinx. Your first bonus. Dano and Pinfredo were members of what group who were shaken down for quest information by Perseus?
Our two myth players turn to each other. Yes. So it was Grai. Okay, the Grai I thought.
That is correct. Second bonus. Who were the parents of the Graii as well as the Gorgons and the Ladon?
Defer to B3. Orcus and Keto.
That is correct.
I forgot I have to give the final answer.
You don't actually have to.
Okay.
But if you look at me, it's a good practice because if you look at me and start saying an answer, I tend to assume that is your final answer. So since you're in the habit of saying that, I'll just wait for you to say that. Toss up number 3 for any player, any team. Recently, a big storm arose when videos were released allegedly confirming that aliens exist. Due to the dubious nature of grainy videos as evidence, many of these reports should be taken cum grano salis.
C1.
With a grain of salt.
That is correct. What is the meaning of this Latin phrase? First bonus, even seeing a UFO in person can be dangerous. Many witnesses report being abducted or otherwise affected by UFO sightings. Adapting a common Latin phrase about spending habits, warn an observer from looking up at the night sky.
Emptor caveat.
Is that your complete answer?
Yes.
So we needed caveat and then spectator. Emptor means buyer, so you had to adapt that. So you were on the right track. You knew what the phrase we were wanting adapted was. Second bonus, the sudden and portentous arrival of aliens would certainly be miraculous to see. What Latin phrase could one use to describe this prodigious event, originally referring to a divine being appearing in a theatrical work to suddenly rescue the hero from an inextricable dilemma?
Deus ex machina.
That is correct. So that's 15 points. Toss up 4 for any player, any team. I'll let you go ahead and get settled. Okay, toss up 4 for any player, any team. Aulus Hirtius and Vibius Pansa successfully forced what man to abandon the siege of Mutina, after which he withdrew to Transalpine Gaul and sent emissaries to Octavian in hopes of reconciliation, an effort that eventually led to him being included in the Second Triumvirate. Repeating. Aulus Hirtius and Vibius Pansa successfully forced what man to abandon the siege of Mutina, after which he withdrew to Transalpine Gaul and sent emissaries to Octavian in hopes of reconciliation,
A1.
I'm sorry, that's not correct. Clear, please. In
B4. Mark Antony.
that is correct.
Will, there was a little consultation on Team B.
Oh,
During,
okay.
during your reading of the toss-up, there was a little,
Okay. Okay, so then that's not correct. So you gotta be really careful about, looking at each other. So, okay. So then we've gotta do a replacement. We'll have to read a replacement toss-up for you.
Will, do you want to go on to 5 and Fred and I will look for one?
That's perfect. Just make sure it's a history question. Okay, so while they do that, so just so everybody knows, just be really careful. For the replacement toss-up, it'll just be for Team C. But while we wait on that, this is gonna be toss-up 5 for any player, any team. So everybody can buzz in on this one. Toss-up 5. According to Ovid, what god, who was notoriously harsh against people who denied his worship, turned the daughters of Minyas into bats, and all but one of a crew of pirates in B3? That is correct. And all but one of a crew of pirates into dolphins. First bonus, according to Ovid, what Lydian sailor who tried to defend Bacchus from his piratical crewmates was the only sailor on his ship to avoid dolphindom? Sorry, it's Acoetes. Second bonus. In his gratitude for being spared, Acoetes would later serve as messenger to what envious Theban king, who was a nephew of Semele and a cousin of Bacchus?
Can you repeat that?
In his gratitude for being spared, Acoetes would later serve as messenger to what envious Theban king, who was a nephew of Semele and a cousin of Bacchus?
Cousin of Bacchus helps. That's not.
Answer, please.
Refer to B3. Cantius.
I'm sorry?
Cantius Simon.
That is correct.
What?
You really know your envious Theban kings.
Did you get that
Okay.
from the Stephen King part?
So just do toss-up for me.
No, I got
Okay.
those.
Okay, so this is the replacement toss-up. Just go ahead and clear it. And this is only for Team C. What African chieftain manipulated the deaths of Adherbal and Hiempsal to become the sole ruler of Numidia in 118 BC? What African, it's only for C. What African chieftain manipulated the deaths of Adherbal and Hiempsal to become the sole ruler of Numidia in 118 BC?
No answer.
Okay. It's Jugurtha. Okay. So that's no points on what would be toss-up 4. So that's after 5. What is the score? Can you just put that in there? Yeah.
Alright, Team A has yet to score, Team B has 50 points, and Team C has 15 points.
I got them doing this.
Okay. Great job, guys.
I think someone's trying to get.
Go ahead and get settled quickly. Come on, guys. Okay. Toss up 6 for any player, any team. Now again, this is for everybody. Toss up 6. Differentiate in meaning between the noun munus and the verb munio.
B1.
Let's
Answer, please.
custom and like to betray.
I'm sorry, that's not correct. Okay. I'll read it again. Differentiate in meaning between the noun munus and the verb munio. I've read it twice. That's time. Munus is a gift, and munio means to build or to fortify. So no points on 6. And we go to 7. Toss up 7 for any player, any team. Who defeated the Jathungi and Alemanni in Italy before heading east and achieving a victory at Antioch in
B4.
Julius Caesar.
I'm sorry, that's not correct.
C1.
Octavian.
I'm sorry, that's not correct.
Clear, please.
Who defeated the Jathungi and Alemanni in Italy before heading east and achieving a victory at Antioch in 271 AD on his way to capture Zenobia? Who defeated the Jathungi and Alemanni in Italy before heading east and achieving a victory at Antioch in 271 AD on his way to capture Zenobia? I've read it twice. That's time. It's Aurelian. So that's no points on 7, but we go to toss up 8 for any player, any team. Give the present tense form of volo vele to complete this sentence. Hodie et Aurelia et Claudia Marcum visitare.
B1.
Woland.
That's correct. And the rest of it was just the blank. So Hodie et Aurelia et Claudia Marcum visitare Woland.
Closing mark is after the second.
First bonus. Give the present tense form of volo vele to complete this sentence. Marque quid tu facere blank.
Could so just. Okay, so it's just second. Okay. So Luis.
That is correct. And second bonus, give the present tense form of volo vele to complete this sentence. Dic mihi marque, num tu hodie eas visitare blank.
Is this subjunctive? Or, no, can you repeat?
Give the present tense form of volo vele to complete this sentence. Dic mihi marque, num tu hodie eas visitare blank. Answer, please. Answer.
Wolet.
No, it's wellies.
Okay. So I think I was right.
So that's 15 points on toss-up 8. Toss-up 9 for any player, any team. Who was so revered in Greece that several regions claim she was born there, each assigning her a different set of parents, though all agree that she participated in the Caledonian?
B3.
That's correct. Though all agree that she participated in the Caledonian boar hunt, where she was the first to wound the boar. First bonus, whom did Atalanta marry after he defeated her through chicanery or deceit in a foot race?
Which one do you want to answer? Okay. I'm trying to put Chloe on the spotlight, but defer to me three. Tommy.
That's correct. Do you know his alternate name?
That's the guy.
It's Melanion. But we only needed one of the names, so you got it. For second bonus, name any two of the attested parents of Atalanta.
Yeah.
Name any two of the attested parents of Atalanta.
Yeah, I
Have to be
think.
the-
Answer, please.
Defer to me three. Yasis and Scully.
Yep, that's right. We didn't have to have the mother and the father. Do you happen to know who?
I don't know the
So she
mother.
only has, there's only one attested mother, which is Clymene, but she has like 3 different fathers. You gave Iasius and Scoinius, those are the most common. And then there's Menelaus or Minelus. So that's 20 points on that. Toss up 10 for any team. Dux hastam militi dedit, ut inamicum interficerit. Quid Anglicae significat hastam?
B1.
Spear.
That's correct. We would have also taken pointy stick.
I should have said pointy stick. The thing I made, oh no, that was a new
Well, and we actually had a lot of stuff. You could have said fauchered.
one. What?
So, glaive, harpoon, bulge,
Oh, it's a
Javelin.
spear that.
javelin. Yeah, we got javelin. No, we wanted the fun stuff. You gave us the common spear. Come
I
on.
only know the spear.
Okay, so that's 10 points here. Here's your first bonus. Libris in capsa positis, dominus ex tablino exidit. Quid Anglicae significat capsa?
Can you repeat?
1 second. Okay, sorry. Libris in capsa positis, dominus ex tablino exidit. Quid Anglicae significat capsa?
I just say
Yes, please.
a building.
So it's just like any place you can store something. It's like a repository, a bookcase, a satchel. So, second bonus. Ignosce mihi, pater, quia eravi, quid Anglicae significat ero.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean to err, but like, I guess to wander. Okay. To wander, final answer.
Yeah, we can take that. You could have also said to err,
Yeah, it's kind
to
of
make a mistake.
It's kind of a stupid thing.
So, 15 points on that.
Like it's stupid to answer to err first.
Well, I mean,
If you
it's
know-
on the page,
If
so.
you know another meaning.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's the clever thing to do, you never know.
I can flex my knowledge.
Okay, so that's 15 points on 10. So after 10, what's the score?
Team A yet to score, Team B 100, and Team C 15.
Okay, toss up 11. If you're leaving, you gotta get out. Okay, hurry up. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, close it, please. Toss up 11 for any player, any team. What Roman king was said to have extended the pomerium and created the first census before being
B4. Sirius Julian.
That is correct. Before being assassinated by his daughter and son-in-law. First bonus. What prophetic sign had been seen when Servius Tullius was a child, signifying that he was destined to rule Rome?
That's right, yeah.
What's the actual story? I don't know.
It's either that or the eagle, the feather, but I'll say
No, I
his
think-
head was bathed in flame or
Yeah, I can do it.
Oh, yeah.
There's like a halo of fire.
Yeah.
So, yep. Second bonus. According to Claudius, what was the original name of Servius Tullius?
Lucumo.
Go for it.
Yeah, Lucumo.
No, it's Mastarna.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking. Yes. I
So
was thinking
15
different
points
thing.
on 11. Toss up 12 for any player, any team. Translate just the participle in this sentence. Prima luce piratae navigaturi sunt.
B1.
Are about to sail.
Yes, that's correct. First bonus. What are the tense and voice of the infinitive in this sentence? Quomodo scitus piratas non captos esse.
Oh, this perfect passive. This is Coptus, which is. Yeah, which is.
Answer, please.
Perfect passive.
That's correct. Second bonus. Translate the last two words of this sentence. Mox piratae capiendi sunt.
Yo. So. I guess must be taken, seized, captured. Captured probably. Can you repeat?
Translate the last two words of this sentence. Mox piratae capiendi sunt. Oh, answer, please.
Must be captured.
That's correct. So 20 points on 12. Toss up 13 for any player, any team. To reach what city were all of the following necessary? The aid of Telephus, the permission of Artemis, and in some cases, ships borrowed from Agamemnon. To reach what city were all of the following necessary?
B3.
Troy.
That's correct.
Nice.
First bonus. Whom did Agamemnon have to sacrifice so that Artemis would allow the winds to blow the Greeks to Troy?
I'm done.
Iphigenia, final
Would-
answer.
I'm sorry?
Iphigenia, final answer.
Yeah, that's correct. Second bonus. In order to continue their voyage, the Greeks were required to heal Telephus, who had been wounded by Achilles' spear. How did the Greeks heal Telephus' wound?
How do you heal?
They pray to the gods. That could be
They pray to Apollo.
they pulled the
No,
spear
say
out.
say a god or the gods, and then prompt.
Answer, please.
The gods.
Yeah, so I'm not even going to prompt on that.
You were supposed to say what?
So, Achilles' spear had been the thing that injured him, so they had to take the rust from the spear and scrape it into the wound, and that's what healed.
Wait, what?
That would not.
It said the thing that moved.
So, okay, so 15 points on toss-up 13, toss-up 14 for any player, any team. 11 benevolent elephants are truly unruly by the car's real rear wheel. Which adjective in that tongue twister is not derived from Latin? 11 benevolent elephants are truly unruly by the car's real rear wheel. Which
B1.
Let's say 11.
That's correct.
It's literally a new. I forgot the tongue twister.
First bonus, give the Latin noun and its meaning from which the adjective real is ultimately derived.
Wait. Oh god. Oh, right. Meaning like thing? I think. Sure. I think. Race meaning thing. I don't know.
That's correct.
You I don't know.
Second bonus, give the Latin verb and its meaning from which unruly is derived.
Okay, not sure I know this.
I remember it was said, Joe was talking about it.
Oh wow. Of course it was.
God. What is it?
Answer, please.
Ring.
Answer.
I mean, Rideau to laugh.
No, it's rego, it's a rule.
Bro, I mean, Louis from
So 15 points on toss up 14. Toss up 15 for any player, any team. Listen carefully to the following passage, which I will read twice, then answer the questions that follow in English. And I will very clearly let you know that the question is coming. Here is the passage. Illi homines, qui copiunt caetera fera animalia superare, sumis opibus uti debent, ne vitam silentio vivant velut bestiae. Nam natura alia animalia fecit inferiora atque ventri servientia, sed nostra tota vis in animo et corpore sita est, sequamur non solum animi imperium sicut Dei, sed etiam corporis servitium sicut bestiae. Repeating. Illi homines, qui copiunt caetera fera animalia superare, sumis opibus uti debent, ne vitam silentio vivant velut bestiae, nam natura alia animalia fecit inferiora atque ventri servientia, sed nostra tota vis in animo et corpore sita est, sequamur non solum animi imperium sicut Dei, sed etiam corporis servitium sicut bestiae. Here's your question. According to the passage, what is one of the two places that are the source of mankind's power? According to the passage, what is one of the two places that are the source of mankind's power? I've read it twice.
B1.
animals.
I'm sorry, that's not correct. Okay, that's time. You could have said the mind, soul, anything showing that they have the power of intellect. So no points on 15. So after 15, the score.
Team A yet to score. Team B 165. Team C 15.
Okay, let's go ahead quickly. There are rounds going on, so just be quiet out in the hall. Close the door behind you, please. Okay, toss up 16 for any player, any team. What Latin noun, the opposite of the noun meaning business, literally means leisure or
B1.
O2.
That's correct. Business means leisure or free time.
Opposite of business.
First bonus. What Latin indeclinable noun, the opposite of the noun meaning wickedness, crime, or impious deed, means right or divine law?
What? Right or divine? That's the kind of
Answer, please.
Newman.
I'm sorry?
Newman.
No, it's Foss.
I was like, Newman's the kind of
Second bonus. What Latin noun, when negated similarly to negotium and nefas, produces the noun nemo, meaning no one?
Name was what can you repeat?
What Latin noun, when negated similarly to negotium and nefas, produces the noun nemo, meaning no one? Answer, please.
Amor.
No, it's homo.
Oh, that's also stupid.
So 10 points on 16. Here's toss up 17 for any player, any team. What was built to establish a boundary between Caledonia and Roman Britannia by a Roman emperor in the 2nd century AD?
C1.
Hadrian's Wall.
That's correct. We could have also taken Antonine. you get the visual. So don't look at it until I tell you. Okay, you can turn it over. You now have 5 seconds to examine the visual. Here's your first bonus. Eboracum, a Roman city identified with the modern city of York, was a city quite close to Hadrian's Wall. Which letter on the map denotes Eboracum?
D. Final answer.
I'm sorry, it's A. Second bonus. Identify any of the other cities on the map by letter and Latin name.
Honestly, I don't know any of the cities in here, so no answer.
Okay. So the easiest one is E, which is Londinium, but there's also B, Dewa, C, Camelodunum, and D, Glaewum. So that's 10 points on 17, and you can keep the visual. Oh, and here's the visual for everybody. Ooh. Ah. Okay. Toss up 18 for any player, any team. At what sort of institution would you be if you and members of your familia took directions from a lanista as you fought each other with rudes in preparation for the ludi? At what sort of institution would you be if you and members of your familia...
B4.
Bathhouse.
No, I'm sorry, that's not correct. If you and members of your familia took directions from a lanista as you fought each other with rudes in preparation for the ludi.
A1.
Coliseum.
I'm sorry, that's not correct.
C1.
Barracks?
No, you were close. It's a gladiatorial school. Because at the Coliseum, you'd actually be using real swords, and rudes are just wooden practice swords. Okay, so that's no points on 18. Toss up 19 for any player, any team. I'm guessing some of you have watched The Masked Singer. Say in Latin, you all loved the Queen of Hearts.
B1.
Answer. Answer.
Okay, Regina, Corum,
Okay, that's fine.
um,
Clear, please. I am guessing some of you have watched The Masked Singer. Say in Latin, you all loved the Queen of Hearts.
C1.
Regina Corum Amavistus.
I'm sorry, that's not correct. Okay, I've read it twice. Okay, that's time. So you said Regina, it needed to be Reginam. So Amavistus Reginam Cordum or Cordium. So that's no points on 19. So after 19, what's the score?
Team A yet to score. Team B 175. Team C 25.
Okay, perfect. Okay, here's the last question. Toss up 20 for any player, any team. For which of his labors was Heracles crossing the Libyan desert when he grew...
B3.
10.
That's correct. The 10th labor. When he grew so frustrated at the heat that he threatened the sun rather than being punished for his temerity, Helios rewarded him by lending him a golden cup with which he sailed to Erythea to steal some animals. The 10th labor charges steal Gerion's head. First bonus. Describe the unusual appearance of Geryon's watchdog, Orthus, as Apollodorus describes it.
Two heads, final answer.
That's correct, or we could have taken that he was bicapital. So. And second bonus, Heracles used his famous club to kill both Orthus and Geryon's herdsman, Eurytion. But what weapon did he use to kill Geryon as Geryon pursued him?
Oh, I knew this.
Bow and arrow, final answer.
That's correct.
I said
Which was dipped in the blood of the hide. But we didn't need that. So that's 20 points on toss of 20.
Up top.
it. It was me.
So the final score.
Team A, no points.
Woo!
Team B, 195. Team C, 25.
Great job, guys.
Last caller.
Second to last. Right out.
Do you know if you guys made the semis? How were you feeling?
You guys make some.
I was gonna say
You don't want to be that last.
We're gonna cheat on your action policy.
This is the memo written. I've never